Thousands of people are expected to head to retailers around the country to finish their last-minute Christmas shopping today. But has the cost of living had an impact on the number of presents people are buying this year? Well, to discuss this and more, I'm joined by Australian Retailers Association CEO Paul Zahra. Paul, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. Now, many people have certainly done it pretty tough this year with the increasing cost of living. Have you noticed a change in consumer spending for Christmas as a result, or people still expected to spend up big on presents?
Well, what we forecasted, in fact, that Australians would spend around $646 each this year on gifting for others, compared to $700 last year. So it's quite considerably down on last year. But what we didn't anticipate so much is that Black Friday would be such a record sale event. So Black Friday was forecasted to be 3% up on last year, $6.36 billion we spent over that Black Friday weekend. And by all accounts, whilst we don't have any hard numbers, retailers have said it's either met or exceeded their expectations. Overall, we believe Christmas will be fairly subdued, falling around to about 1% up on last year. So big Black Friday, pulling sales forward, slower December, and as a result, fairly subdued Christmas as a result of the house cost of living crunch that most Australians are under.
And then, of course, we've got Boxing Day sales, which are just around the corner. Are you expecting that people will take advantage of these sales, and just how much are Australians set to spend?
So Australians are set to spend $23.9 billion, which will be a new country record at 1.6% up on last year. And we do think that this is obviously a time for Australian households to save. So as a result, we do believe the Boxing Day sales will still be exceptionally popular. And of course, this is a very different event to Black Friday. Black Friday is about buying gifts for others and getting your Christmas gift list done. Boxing Day is really about buying for yourself and your household. So people will be out there to take advantage of the special deals, particularly around those categories where retailers are clearing their inventory to get the new season's merchandise in.
And what are some of the items that people are expected to buy in the Boxing Day sales? You mentioned that it's more buying personal items or something special that people have had their eye on.
Look, it's everything and anything. Of course, all those people that got gift cards through Christmas, they'll be cashing those in, so they'll be getting greater value as a result of getting those gift cards with all the prices dropping. But it goes across every category and in most stores. So think household goods, clothing, personal accessories. They'll be popular across the board. People will also take advantage, look at their forward purchase and see, given the cost of living crunch that everybody's under, they'll be looking at that and say, what can we bring? What do I need in the next 6 months that I can buy now and get it at a discount? So a really good opportunity to save.
And as you mentioned previously, we have seen a pretty significant growth in Black Friday sales as well as Cyber Monday sales in the last couple of years. Is this impacting Boxing Day sales at all, or as you mentioned, are they quite separate sales?
They are definitely separate events. So they're two different events, different consumer mindsets, as I explained. Of course, there'll be a little bit of people that will buy for themselves as opposed for Christmas giving through Black Friday. But in reality, they're two different events with two different really propositions. And this event in Boxing Day is a true clearance event where retailers will be wanting to clear out their seasonal merchandise. So expect the discounts to be much deeper. And given that we've had a fairly subdued Christmas trading performance, that bodes well for consumers. There'll be better inventory and deeper discounts as a result. So we do think this will be a really strong Boxing Day sale.
And are we still seeing people heading into brick and mortar stores to do their Christmas shopping and their Boxing Day sale shopping, or has a lot of it moved online now?
Look, it depends on what you're buying, but the reality is that a lot of us are now doing that shopping from the ease of our own home. It doesn't take away from the Boxing Day crowds. We don't necessarily see those really early morning long queues of people waiting to get in like we used to, because most people are using that time to research the items that they want so they can either buy them online or actually go into store. But we do expect still fairly strong crowds building through the day, because shopping on Boxing Day is Australia's favourite sport. And most of us enjoy getting out and about, and it is a very social, tactile, sensory experience, particularly if you're buying clothes. People that want to get the right fit will be doing that in a physical store.
Yeah, it certainly is a bit of an Australian tradition. Now, what are your big predictions for 2024? Do you expect that people will be tightening their belts into the new year?
Well, look, we've seen people tightening their belts already, and there's no doubt that'll impact the overall Christmas numbers. What we are seeing that people are to part with their cash. They're looking for strong deals. They want to make sure that they've got an absolute bargain, which we think Boxing Day will play to that really, really well. But going into the winter period, of course, we're less positive. We're remaining as positive we possibly can as retailers. That's what we do. But winter will be a little tougher through the rest of the year. We don't expect to get any reprieve from the cost of living crisis and the cost of doing business crisis, which most retailers are dealing with as well, really to mid next year, possibly not into the following years. So it's a close watch. And it will depend on the Reserve Bank of Australia and what decisions they make on the cash rate.
Absolutely. Paul, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. We appreciate your insights and have a wonderful Christmas.